Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because if anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money.
Floyd Mayweather, the man known for his perfect 50-0 record, his flashy lifestyle, and his unapologetic display of wealth, recently broke down on live TV over a $402 million investment that's shaking the very foundation of his financial empire. Yeah, word on the street says that the undefeated champion is going bankrupt. Now, Mayweather is pulling stunts, trying to cover up for the big dent in his bank account. But you know how the world works? His financial dealings are front-page news, and fans have caught on to the fiasco. Let's break it down.
I said shit, because I wired like over like 20-something in.
Right, make sure you had it.
Yeah, wired that in. Paid the 18, the suite, because when...
It wasn't long ago that Mayweather was the poster child for financial success, flaunting his riches like no other athlete.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
From private jets to a closet full of luxury watches, the man has been a walking billboard for opulence. Yet, rumors of financial ruin have plagued him ever since he retired from boxing in 2017. Despite his unbeatable record, some fans and critics were quick to suggest that the man behind Money Mayweather wasn't as financially secure as he seemed. These whispers became louder when Mayweather, still actively engaging in exhibition matches, found himself tangled in controversy.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose? What happened to him?
No, he didn't pay me
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
To give the critics a shut-up call, Floyd dropped a $402 million investment in affordable housing in Manhattan. Mayweather announced that he had acquired 62 buildings, making a bold claim that he alone had financed the entire deal. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did he do this? Well, Floyd's been eyeing real estate for a while. This guy's not just about luxury jets and gold chains. He's building his empire in the Big Apple. And get this, the deal was wrapped up in a few months and is now considered one of the biggest multifamily deals of the year in New York.
Into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me.
But it didn't take long for cracks to appear in this seemingly flawless investment. Property records didn't match his claims, and doubts began to emerge.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them in New York
City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
The deal itself is massive. Over 1,000 units purchased in a bid to revitalize Upper Manhattan. It's not just about luxury homes or high-end condos, though. Mayweather's stated goal was to offer affordable housing options, a project that resonated with his own roots. Growing up, he says he dreamt of owning just one house, a humble ambition that now drives his business strategy. In interviews, he's mentioned that this real estate purchase means more than just wealth. It's about giving back, about helping others, something he's always wanted to do.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
So, let's be real here. Floyd was definitely proving the naysayers wrong. You know, the ones who had been claiming that he's been on the brink of financial ruin ever since his retirement. Yeah, they said he was broke, and that's why he took the fight with McGregor back in 2017. But with this $402 million deal, Floyd was definitely not hurting for cash. In fact, he was shutting it all down and showing everyone exactly where his money was at. It was clear. Floyd Mayweather was still on top of the game. But here's where things get interesting. Floyd claimed that the $402 million deal was all his, with no partners involved. Straight up, Floyd said, "I spent my own money. No one else is in on this." The guy was that confident. But hold up, now sources are saying that may not be the whole story. Some property records are not matching up with what Floyd is claiming. Could it be that he owns only a stake in some of these buildings and not the entire 1,000 units?
Fortunate because, you know, saying Floyd Money Mayweather, surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know, and I don't really care. I just want my money.
A little shady, right? Definitely raising some eyebrows. This brings us to a wild question. Is Floyd just trying to save face, or is there something more going on here? Maybe Floyd was hustling the system in a way that we haven't seen before. But here's the twist. Floyd's not the first to get caught up in something like this. In fact, this kind of shady behavior happens in the world of high-stakes money all the time. But when it's Floyd Mayweather, who's already known for his brash and bold persona, the stakes are even higher. Remember, this isn't the first time Floyd's been caught in the middle of a scandal. Over the years, he's faced accusations of scamming, dodging tax problems, and even getting caught up in questionable business moves.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like.
That's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced. I'll get your calls in a second. They did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
From endorsing risky ventures like cryptocurrency scams to dropping millions on a casino spin, Floyd's no stranger to making risky bets. And let's not forget the fact that he often claims to be the richest guy in boxing, with numbers that even have boxing experts scratching their heads.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, you know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd's bragged about making $350 million in one night, but some experts like MMA fighter Chael Sonnen have come out and said, nah, that's not true. According to him, the most Floyd's ever made in one night is closer to $60 million. So where's the truth? And where's the flexing?
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
And here's where it gets really messy, because behind all the flashy watches and private jets, Floyd's inner circle is scrambling to keep the cracks from showing. His lawyers, his financial advisors, all of them are apparently doing damage control 24/7. Trying to keep the brand afloat while Floyd spirals behind the scenes.
If Floyd Mayweather step away from the sport and say he retired, and then I do exhibitions and I do other things, oh, he's hurting for money. Look, I got a lot of problems. Money ain't one of my problems.
Word on the street is that Floyd's finances are not just a little off. They're chaotic. Like, allegedly, multiple offshore accounts are being audited. A couple of investment firms are ghosting him, and some of the assets he claimed in that shady $400 million real estate deal? Yeah, turns out they're either way overvalued or not even liquid. And you know it's real when the lawyers stop talking tough and start talking settlements. But what really had fans doing double takes was that one moment on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast a few weeks ago. Floyd pulled up to flex, but mid-interview, he got real quiet. Gilly tried to clown him about spending habits, and Floyd just kind of stared for a second. Then he goes, "I ain't even gonna lie, my money ain't where it used to be." That line had the whole studio shifting uncomfortably. You could feel the tension. He tried to laugh it off right after said something like, "But I'm rich forever, I'm always gonna bounce back," but his energy? It was off. That wasn't confidence. That was a man trying to believe it himself. Sources close to him are saying the advisors are panicking, trying to restructure his assets, cut deals, even sell off some of his watch collection. And if you know Floyd, that's basically like selling a piece of his soul. One thing's for sure, Floyd's lifestyle is about one thing: showing off. He's constantly posting about his jets, cars, and private life on social media. And honestly, it's part of his brand. He wants to remind everyone that he's still on top, living the high life. But when it comes to managing his money, he's been accused of making some questionable decisions. Between his risky promotions and the extravagant spending, some people are wondering, is Floyd losing touch with reality?
Kid named Taylor. He has cancer. Kid said, my only wish before I die is to meet Floyd Mayweather. He came to the boxing gym and waited for me. I got here on time, and when I seen him, it brought tears to my eyes because he reminded me of my oldest son when my oldest son was young, and this kid is only 10 years old. We took a picture, I wanted to post it on social media, and I couldn't post it because I couldn't find the words to say. Every day I think about this child, every day. Life is priceless. And your health is your wealth.
But let's bring it back to his real estate deal. Is this investment a sign of Floyd's growth, or just another move to bolster his image? It's tough to say. He's been making headlines for years with his luxury lifestyle, but now he's trying to build something substantial. Maybe it's about time he moved away from his past gambling habits and extravagant displays of wealth to something that could have long-term benefits for his legacy. But if he's being dishonest about the details of this $402 million deal, that might change the narrative completely. At the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather isn't just a boxer, he's a brand. And just like any brand, he's constantly navigating the line between what's real and what's just for show. Whether he's making strategic moves to secure his family's future or just flexing for the gram, one thing's for sure: Floyd is always going to be in the spotlight. The question is, how much of it is real and how much of it is just smoke and mirrors? Video and subscribe to the channel for more boxing updates. I'll see you in the next video.